There was a guy parked out there, waiting. So I seen him, so I walked out there. Walked out there too. And I'm not topped on his glasses. I said, excuse me, sir. I said, are you here for church today? He said, yeah. He said, I haven't been in church in 20 years. He said, a friend of mine, I'm waiting on him to come, and he's invited me, so I'm gonna come this morning. I said, sir, my deepest apologies. I said, we're not having church this morning. And I gave him my business card. I had some business cards made up. Has the church name, my phone number, information about the church and everything on it. I said, please come back and visit with us. I said, would you like to come in and fellowship for a little while? I said, I'll make us a cup of coffee. I said, I'd love to sit and talk with you for just a little while. He said, no. He said, I'm gonna go. He said, I'll get with him and I'll come back. The guy that he was talking about was Aaron, had invited him. So the guy leaves. Well, this guy gets sick. He's dead, by the way. He died. But he got saved before he died. Why? Because somebody used a little talent. He left here. He hadn't been in church in 20 years. Matter of fact, he never did make it back to church. He just made it to the parking lot. But anyway, because Aaron had dealt with him, the guy got sick, ended up in a hospital. Another police officer that Aaron works with went up, witnessed to the guy. The guy got saved. And then he passed away. What are you saying? I'm saying just a little thing, whatever little talent. I didn't have anything to do, but I did what I could with the guy and offered him, befriended him, invited him, and did what I could. And hopefully that little bit helped. So when he got there and that guy showed up, he was more receptive. That's all it was. Just that's it. No big deal. No earth-shattering thing. Nothing that just changed the whole realm of the continents. Just a little something. Sir, I apologize. I am so sorry. Please come back. Here's my card. Please call me if you have any questions. I'd love to come visit with you. Would you like to come in and have a cup of coffee? I'd love to fellowship with you. Just that. Because that's all I could do. But that little bit that I could do hopefully helped. You see? So you want to be like the rooster. Don't ever forget the rooster. The rooster's just a little thing. He's just over there. Insignificant little creature. I mean, we eat them every day at Kentucky Fried. Brother waited in line today to get chicken. Almost an hour, he said. At KFC. That's heartbreaking. But his crowing seemed foolish. I'll tell you another thing, though. That rooster was not ashamed. He wasn't ashamed to crow. He wasn't ashamed to say what he was. He wasn't ashamed to be affiliated with being a rooster. Amen. He wasn't ashamed of being what he was for God. He said, I'm a rooster and I crow. And wasn't ashamed, wasn't scared. You know what? The bad thing is most Christians today are ashamed. How sad is it that a rooster has more courage than you do? Have you ever heard the old saying, being chicken-hearted? Boy, it's got to be bad if you're more scared than a chicken, because a chicken is always chicken-hearted. That's pretty pitiful. Hey, listen, he said he wasn't ashamed. He crowed before everybody. His crowing didn't seem to embarrass him. And he didn't quit. His crowing didn't make him want to keep silent. Notice with me over in Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 1. Notice in Romans chapter 1 and verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. Are you ashamed of the gospel of Christ? That rooster wasn't ashamed. He crowed when the Lord called him to crow. The Lord told me to crow, and I'm not ashamed of the Lord. I'm not ashamed to be His creature. He created me, and I'm proud to crow for my Lord. Listen, you ought to be proud to be a Christian. You ought not be ashamed of the gospel. You ought to have a ready tongue to give it out. A ready invitation to help. Amen. His crowing didn't make him blush. You know, sometimes I've seen Christians blush. Don't you go to church? Yeah. Well, I didn't think Christians were supposed to say those kind of words. And make them blush. I thought you was a preacher.